So, first some housekeeping. Putin had a birthday yesterday, and I'm gonna be brave here, really brave. Controversial stance. I hope it's his last. But if it was his last, at least Crimea gave him some fireworks. But you didn't come here for politics, you came here for jokes, right? So I'm gonna tell you a joke. So, a horse walks into a bar. And let's pretend that the door is open, or it's a sliding door. Because horses have hooves and are notoriously bad at opening doors. Okay, we agreed on that core principle. Okay, so the horse walks into the bar. And also, this is a magical horse. Not like Harry Potter magic, and also it's not gonna do a card trick, because again, hooves. Really hard to do a card trick with hooves. But it can talk. So it's like average intelligence. Average human intelligence. It's not gonna explain relativity to you, but it's also not gonna vote for Trump. So it's like average intelligence. So agreed on that. The horse walks into the bar, door open, sliding door, and it goes towards the bar counter, because with its average intelligence, it understands that to get anything in a bar, you need to go to the bar counter. And the bartender, who is completely unsurprised by this situation, just standing there like, yeah, horse, sure. Probably talking, I'm ready for this. So the horse walks up to the bar counter, and the bartender looks at him, and he says, hey, and the horse says, yes, please. You laughed a lot more of that joke than I thought you would. I was sitting in the car here yesterday thinking, they're not gonna enjoy that. But this is why this is my second time here. Because the first time here I thought, what will Vilnius crowd not laugh at? They're just too good. Yes, you are. So, the car driving here, it was like getting from Riga to Vilnius in a car shouldn't be an adventure. But it was. We get in my girlfriend's car, Alina, she was up here earlier. This is a Peugeot 108. If you know anything about cars, you know that that's about this big a car. Very handy if you go shopping and there's no parking space, you can just take it in the bag and take it in the And the moment we start driving, we hear a weird noise from the engine. So we pull over. Now I'll tell you something about Alina. She's great, but she's not the kind of person who maintains her car or checks on her car or ever opens the hood. We heard this weird noise, and so we stop, open the trunk, I look at the engine. I'm not a mechanic myself, but I pointed at something and I said, is that supposed to be there? So later, after we had removed the dead bird from the engine, you know, normal car maintenance stuff, removing the dead birds. We were driving to Vilnius, and it made me remember a story about car insurance. And I read this in an American newspaper. I swear it's true, it really happened. It was the best court case ever in America. There was a woman in America who had consensual, unprotected sex in her car, and she got an STD. And she then claimed her car insurance company $1 million. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I usually don't side with the multi-billion-dollar car insurance company because evil. But in this case, I agree with them when they told her to go fuck herself. Presumably in the car. But she took them to court, and she was awarded $5 million. Now this raised some questions for me. Last time I got car insurance, they didn't ask me how many times I bareback in the back of the seat. But it also explains some things, because I always thought big car, lower chance of injury, insurance should be cheaper. Small car, bigger chance of injury. insurance should be more expensive. So why is it opposite? Maybe it's opposite because you have more chance of getting laid in a Mercedes than in a Toyota Corolla. And also, I thought car insurance was to protect you if you smashed into someone else's car, not for smashing in the car. Speaking of getting laid, which I sometimes do, and every time I like you. He's my hero. He's my best friend now. So, as I sometimes do, sometimes I'm out in public and girls come up to me, and I always have the same suspicion. When someone coming up to me and like, hey, like, so you like Vikings, I guess. And they always do. They have what I would call a Viking fetish. And I always try to explain to these girls that the Vikings were horrible people. They were pillagers, rapists, plunderers. They invaded other countries. They were just bad people. They should not be idolized and least of all fetishized. And I tell them this first thing the next morning. Now, I have some advice for all of you if you want to get laid in the Baltics without looking like me. Also, yeah, it's a magical trick that can get you laid in the Baltics, and also I love how every man is now just like, 50 guys just started to pay attention, and 10 guys on dates were like, what? I'm not interested in what he's saying. But I don't care all about what he's about to say. There is a magic sentence to get laid in the Baltics. Do you want to know what it is? Yes. Okay. This is gonna be worth it. If that sentence doesn't get you laid in the Baltics, then give up. Thank you. You've once again been an awesome audience.